I'm Nate Langston. I'm a partner at the law firm and head of the litigation section at our firm. Today we're going to be talking about depositions. When a lawsuit gets filed, the other side will have the opportunity to take your deposition. Don't worry, they're not picking on you. It happens in every single case that gets filed as a lawsuit. Personal injury plaintiffs, the injured person in the case, will be asked to sit and present themselves for a deposition. A deposition is a question and answer format in which the attorney for the other side will get to sit you down, place you under oath, and ask you questions related to the claim. What you'll find out is that the questions related to the claim are probably only a little part of a bigger part that they will ask you about. The best way to deal with that is to just answer the questions like you're a willing participant in the process. And that generally goes best for the process. So a little bit about the deposition, what to expect, what you'll experience in the process. Now, after COVID, a lot of depositions happen by Zoom, and a lot of depositions still happen in person. So it'll be a case-by-case basis. Yours may be on Zoom or it may be in person. If it is by Zoom, you're welcome to come into the office and sit with your attorney in front of a computer screen and be asked questions by the other side through Zoom. But in any event, the process is the same. It is a question and answer format in which the attorney for the other side will ask you questions and you will respond with a direct answer. You'll be asked to answer no more than the questions that they ask, and you're not expected to kind of go on and kind of prove your own case. It is just you'll be asked a question and you'll provide the answer. In the room or in the virtual room, if it's by Zoom, there will be a court reporter there that will be typing down everything that's being said verbatim. There will be the attorney asking you questions, and your attorney there will be there with you also. So that's generally the people that you'll see in the room. Really only the attorney asking the questions will be the one that's speaking, and then you'll be providing the answers. From time to time, there may be an objection. I may object to a question, your attorney may object to the question. But in general, you'll still be responsible to answer the question. We're just preserving the objection for the court to rule on at a later time if need be. The best approach to deposition questions in general is just to answer the questions as honestly, truthfully, and also as briefly as possible. You don't want to go on and provide the other side with more information than the question calls for. But you also want to answer the question as fully and fairly as you can. The reason for this is your credibility is very important. You want the other side to see that you are an honest, credible person and that you are telling the truth. And just by freely giving the information helps build your credibility. And the other side will have a difficult time trying to prove that you're a liar, a cheat, or a fraud, which is probably their main objective. So be honest with your questions and be fair about the process. At the end of the day, the attorney for the other side will go back to the insurance company and justify all the money that they spent in taking your deposition because it's not cheap. And they will write back to the insurance company and provide a report that will say, the deponent, the plaintiff in this case, was a very nice, likable, credible person. I think a jury's going to like them. That's the report that you want. You don't want this report. Dear insurance company, the plaintiff in this case is mean. They yelled at me, just a generally unpleasant person. I think a jury's not going to like them. That means their case is worth less money. So that's why you want to put a good face forward. Now, to get into the nuts and bolts a little bit about what types of questions you'll be asked, in a personal injury case, there's usually 4 categories of questions that you'll be asked. And you'll meet with your attorney to discuss these for your case specifically in more detail. But in general, you'll be asked about your background. It's a big topic that can involve where you grew up, where you went to high school, what kind of education and experience you have. And background also includes legal history. It also includes medical history. So if you had a bad back before a car crash that now made your back worse, that'll be pertinent and part of the questions that you'll be asked. Getting on from background questions, you'll be asked about the incident causing your injury. So whether it was a motor vehicle crash or a fall or a dog bite, you'll be asked questions specific to that event. You'll be asked a lot of questions, and the best bet is to just answer the questions as they come as honestly and truthfully as you can. After that, you'll get into your injuries and treatment. So that's the third phase of questioning. You'll be asked about what doctors you saw, why you saw them, who referred you to those doctors, those types of questions. You don't need to know all the dates and times of when you saw doctors, but just more general questions and general experiences in treating with those providers and the reasons for the treatment. Then you'll get into what we call general damages or pains and injuries that you suffered as a result of the incident causing thing. And so you'll get into why your injuries are unique to you and how that has made your life difficult. And in this process, I'll ask you to do some homework and think about the ways in which your life has been impacted by your injury, and to be prepared with stories, little vignettes of examples that come to mind about little things that help explain how your injury is different than anyone else's. And that's the general process of the questions that you'll be answered. And we'll meet with you to discuss more about what is involved in a deposition when the time comes. But there's a good overview for you.